Christianity is not Christianity. Christianity should not be called Christianity. Christianity has nothing to do with the teaching of Christ. Christianity has everything to do with the dictatorship of Paul and should be called, paulism? How would that be? Change all the names on the churches to paulism. That's pretty stupid, isn't it? But that's the way it is. And we're going to dwell on this topic a little bit for tonight. Stephen was a big fan of Jesus Christ and tried to carry on his teachings, much to the chagrin of the people of the church, the synagogue at the time. Acts chapter 6, verse 11, we'd heard him speaking against Moses and against God. Okay? Verse 13, this man, they said, is always talking against our sacred temple and the laws of Moses. Verse 14, Jesus of Nazareth will tear down the temple and change all the customs which have come down to us from Moses. Alright, verse 15, all those sitting in the council fixed their eyes on Stephen and saw that his face looked like an angel. One of the things that Paulism has done is to put wings and weird images on our angels. Angels is another way of saying what Nietzsche said is the overman. It is the part of us that is still becoming. It is the evolution in us. It is our instinct. It is the will to evolve. Evolution, of course, is somewhat random, but when you get to a stage, as far as us, it stops becoming random and becomes, I don't want to use the word destiny, but the inevitability of something evolving in the direction of the gods becomes a lot more real when you get to a place as far as us. And we are the angels. Angels do not have wings. Angels never did have wings. And angels will never have wings. Well, maybe in a billion years when we build them. But it's not the point. The point is there is something in us, and we'll skip right along to Paul at a very unusual thing that from Paul, and to give Paul a little credit. Before we get to Paul and his one chapter of brilliance, although he might have had a few others, the important thing to know about Jesus is he was there to teach, and Paul was there to dictate. Jesus was a rabbi, which meant teacher, and Paul was a priest, which meant follower of the rules. And Paul was very determined to carry on the laws of Moses in his, we'll get to the quote, wait a second. Okay, Acts chapter 24, verse 14. But I also believe in everything written in the laws of Moses and the book of the prophets. Now, it's possible that he had to say this because obviously this book is being written for the establishment, and you have to do what the establishment tells you because they pay you, and if you don't do it, you ain't gonna get writ. It's not gonna be recorded. And one very brilliant thing about Paul, though I think most of the time he really disgusts me, I have to give him credit for the fact that he did make Christianity, because without Christianity, the secrets in this book probably would have never survived. They would have been buried in the mists of the ages, and there are some very vital, important points in this book. And it'll be my job, of course, to make you see them so that you don't throw the book away in frustration, because actually the book is written for atheists. And a lot of people don't know that, because any atheist that reads the book says it's full of shit. But you have to go deeper than that, and I'm going to try and help you. And if you're a Christian, come on along anyway. Maybe you'll see it.